Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're going to play Ixion, continuing our first playthrough. Let's get started. I love that little, I don't know what the musical term for it is, that little when it gets loud. Okay, we have housing crisis in Sector 1. What do we got going on right now? Let's take a look at the overworld map first. So we've got, Cruise P-38 is waiting for a science ship. We are at Cruise P-38. The Fermi, where's the Fermi? We have the Fermi on board currently. We've got probes ready. Got a bunch of... I guess we got a bunch of resources here to gather, but we've collected all of these things already. Let's take a look at our resource situation. We've got lots of iron left to mine, lots of carbon left to mine, a little bit of silicon left to mine, and lots left to collect, and lots of ice. So we're going to be here in the sector for a while. We still have an event that needs a science ship over at Cruise P-42, so I have to check that out at some point. On board here, we were working on optimizing our housing situation. We're making room for more people. We have 202 cryonic pods on board currently, which is quite a lot, and we're going to need to decant a bunch of them in order to make room for more people. We already have a new domotic quarter being built in Sector 1 that should take care of our current housing issues that we're having. We also are limited by the mess hall capacity in each sector. It can feed up to 600 crew members, so we got to keep that in mind. Let's see. So at some point we're going to have to open a new sector, I think. Our food production is good right now. Our water production seems to be okay. We made some room here, so we could have more housing in Sector 6 potentially, I think. And then we actually did open a new sector, and we were just working on revising this, making more housing available and stuff like that. So we got a couple housing projects underway here. Let's wait for some of these projects to complete. And I'm trying to figure out if I was in the middle of dismantling anything. We have to be a little careful with our electronics components because we only have so many of them. We're in the midst of dismantling this older crew quarters, so I'm letting the alloy supply dwindle a little bit, hence why these two steel factories are shut off. Also because we don't have enough people in this sector to do that, so we're going to have to move more people into Sector 2. Or more workers, I should say. Let's look at the housing situation in Sector 2. We can fit, what is that, 65 more people in Sector 2, and I think we're currently decanting people into Sector 1, which we're just over the worker threshold, and we don't have this building powered. That's another 9 workers, so I think we do need more people in Sector 1. So let's keep doing Sector 1 for now, but we're going to need to do...
Complete.
Oh, we just transferred crew members. Oh, I forgot we were doing this. We got to relocate 100 crew members from Sector 1 to Sector 3. So that's part of the reason why we're having issues here. So we got 15 out of 100 people moved. We could move more non-workers, I think. We have the housing in Sector 3, that was a question. We have 390, so we have about 40 housing available right now, and this is going to be another, however many of these things are, 91. It's going to take a couple days for this transfer to happen, so we can go ahead and start that. So we can move like 100 people right now if we wanted to from Sector 1 to Sector, whatever sector that was, Sector 3. I think we should do that. So Sector 1 to Sector 3. The only thing I'm not sure about is if I only move non-workers, will it still... It seems to just be any crew members. Let's try moving non-workers and see what happens. Oh, so we can just satisfy the whole 100 right now, right? We can just move 85 non-workers to Sector 3, and then we'll be good. And then we have to worry about our food supply still. We were worrying about that on and off in the last session. Sector 3, we currently have a surplus, so that's pretty good. Uh, 15 crew members have been moved, yep. We saw that. Let's, Oh, we're emptying... That's right, I was remodeling this center area here. This is being emptied out slowly. To go around the bend here to do that, so it's going to take a minute. Okay, I'm looking at the levels of resources we have on board here. We're bringing in more iron. Make sure all of our ships, our cargo ships, are actually doing something. So this guy's bringing. We're focusing on bringing in silicon right now. This guy's bringing in either iron or carbon, whatever's closer to hand, I guess. And then this guy's bringing in iron. That should be good. What about these two? Got another iron dedication here, and then Cornucopia is not doing anything currently. We could think about bringing in more cryopods, but I'm worried about them getting backed up in the docking bay. Maybe we should bring a few, though. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to make that a secondary. Don't have any shortage of cryopods right now, so still waiting for this to empty. Oh, and let's get our science vessel on the move here. So the Fermi. Summary of intelligence on Crew P-38 scans. A probe has detected a signal originating from a chain of mountains that border an acidic ocean on P-38. We have to go from the station to the planet, I think. There we go. That was a quick trip. This is the Fermi crew. We're currently in orbit of P-38. The planet possesses a highly corrosive atmosphere. There will be little room for improvisation once we touch down. We must establish a search protocol now. We do know that the signal is transmitting from beneath it. What signal? Probe detected a signal. We just mentioned that. Okay. We do that signal is transmitting from beneath a mountain. Alternatively, we could focus on analyzing material samples in order to improve our understanding of planets like P-38. We could perform topographical analysis, or we could bore through the mountain. So the bore through the mountain says, we'll drill beneath the mountain and attempt to reach the origin of the signal. Topographical analysis, we will perform a detailed topographical analysis of the mountain range in order to find a route through to the signal's origin. I think we should invest time in the topographical analysis. Or, well... I think the topical... I'm not sure which one of these is the safer route. Is boring through the mountain dangerous, or is the topographical analysis dangerous because they're going to be walking around on the surface? Going through the mountain seems to take longer. I think... What is a search protocol? I think the topographical analysis, I'm hoping, is the safer approach. We'll see. Be nice if we can ask for clarification from the away team. Working on technology. We got a technology we're working on, by the way. Working on the controlled thermal shock, the cryonic center upgrade. I think that was a prerequisite for something else, but I don't remember what the something else was. So we're at max hull integrity, so we could actually spin down one of our EVA airlocks to free up some people. I think we had these all turned on because we were traveling, but we're not traveling anymore. I think we're out of stuff to investigate with the probes, if I'm not mistaken. At least outside of the weather field, I should say. I think we're going to have to go into the weather field eventually, so maybe we should send some probes there. We've got to make sure that as soon as we're going to make the probe launcher active. We should have workers free. Yes. I think we're going to have to go to some of these places sooner or later in order to get to the next plot step. So we're going to go ahead and send the probe. We have to remember when the probe arrives at its destination, we have to mark that as off limits. 85 non-worker crew members have been moved from Sector 1 to Sector 3. Okay, so we satisfied that requirement to transfer 100 people. That's cool. And we're still decanting people into Sector 1.
An accident has occurred.
Infirmary disabled in Sector 6. That'll be this sector. Looks like we're okay. We're still struggling to try to disable this. We shut off another steel mill, I guess. But our ally I feel like our ally storage is down to like half of what it was before, so I don't know why this isn't getting complete demolition. I think maybe there's not a road that reaches this. I think that's what the problem is, yeah. Explains why this is taking so long. I think we demolished the only road that came to this building when we installed this new docking bay, and it's just been like that ever since. What it seems like. I want to look at my alloy storage. We have room to store a lot more alloy in Sector 6 if we want to. We could also use it for other stuff like food storage. I think having more food storage would be a really good thing. We got tons of space in our stockpiles now because of the changes that we made to or because of the upgrade we made to the stockpile, the research we did. There we go. So we'll store a little bit of food in here. I think that'll be good as we expand the population. Okay, now this is getting demolished quickly. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, over here, what do we got going on? I think this sector is pretty much done. Like, there's not much we can actually do to it anymore. Get demonic quarters and all the... That was a weird sound. I don't know what that sound was. Something being activated or... It's so weird that this is taking forever to transfer from here to here. I don't know why. I'm thinking we're going to move this up here, maybe? Not entirely sure. Or we could put some batteries over here and then free up room here for more demonic quarters, I think. I think we actually have way too much hull repair going on. Let's turn off another one of these things, just because we're wasting alloy. And we can start producing some more alloy because we have lots of storage available still in Sector 2. Let's make sure we have the workers. We don't have enough workers for another steel mill right now, so actually we need workers in Sector 2. So let's put the workers in Sector 2 and non-workers in Sector 1. We still need workers in Sector 1 too, but... okay, I think this research should be done soon. Let's fast forward a little bit.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, fingers crossed. This is the Fermi crew. The signal was transmitting from an abandoned subterranean complex. By breaching it, we've unfortunately allowed the corrosive atmosphere of P30. I didn't order you to breach it. What the hell? We've unfortunately allowed the corrosive atmosphere of P38 inside. We'd estimate the complex was built within the last 20 years. We do not recognize the iconography on its exterior. The technology inside does seem human-made, and there are signs that it was once inhabited. There's still a little time before P38's corrosive atmosphere eats through the Fermi's hull and landing gear. Oh dear God. We do not think we will be able to explore the entire site. We've identified several places of interest. So we've got to decide what exploration is the most critical. I think we do one of these things. Team has located a large room within the complex containing numerous empty tanks. They would collect residue samples and carry out technical analysis to ascertain what the tanks were used for. Area of the compound seems to have served as a computer and logistics center. By inspecting the various terminals, the team may be able to learn more about the facility's former occupants. Team has discovered a large hangar that appears to have been used for ship storage and maintenance. Examination of this area could tell us more about the purpose of the P38 complex. So, we could find out about their ships. We could find out about their logistics and their computer. Or we can... I think it makes sense to investigate the computer before the tanks. It doesn't make sense to go digging into a random chemical tank when you could be accessing the computer and finding out everything about what the facility's records are. Just seems like I shouldn't do it that way. But we may regret that, I don't know. The thing about the Fermi is science ships have to be kind of expendable because that's just the nature of the work that they do, I think. So we can't be too precious with it. We gotta be able to be willing to take some risks. Okay, yeah, we're gonna keep sending probes out. I'm happy that we have a substantial surplus of food now. That's really good. Okay. We should increase our food storage quota in Sector 2, probably. Ice supply is good. Do we have room for more ice on board? Because if so, we could be collecting some ice. We do. We have room for what are these? 110 units each. So this is we have room for 40 more units ish, plus this storage, so that's another 80 or 90, whatever. We are bringing people on board, I think. We should probably hold off on bringing more people for now because we're not decanting fast enough. Let's make this guy our ice miner for now, the cornucopia. I think that was his primary role before. Now we have way too much iron backed up here in the queue, so we gotta fix that as well. We're turning off iron gathering for now. As our silicon storage. We could have all of our ships focus on silicon for now. Except for the ice guy, of course. Oh, there's no ice available for us to gather. Whoops. I don't think there's silicon storage in Sector 1, actually, is the thing. Could potentially add that in. I don't know. I think it's better if we let the Sector ships... let the Sector 2 ships do that. How's our carbon supply? We're maxed out. We don't have enough storage in our industrial sector. We might need to have some area in here that's just devoted to being the storage sector. Because I think we need more iron storage. I think we need more carbon storage, and maybe silicon too. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, in any case, we can have this guy grab silicon as well for now. sector just doesn't have enough people right now is what the problem is. We can transfer some people from Sector 1 to Sector 2, but I want to leave enough to be able to run both of these airlocks. That's about 20 people, so that's going to leave us with not many people left. You gotta remember, 600 is our limit per sector right now. Gotta make our cryopods faster. I think we might do another upgrade. As soon as this one's done, that is. Alternative Life Center has been disabled due to an accident. We're still stable here. That's fine. We don't have any medical crisis going on. Still waiting for this to get emptied. Man, is it taking its time. What if we... Maybe that'll help.
A probe has been lost due to space weather.
I didn't know that could happen. Okay. Maybe when we're in the space weather, we have to limit the range that our ships go, and probes go. I wonder if there's tech actually that we can use to make our probes weather resistant. Have to look into that. This takes 30 people per steel mill to run, so we're actually short a lot of workers in our industrial sector. We have the housing capacity. We might need to move away some more non-workers. But no, I think we have just enough.
A probe has been lost due to space weather.
But again? I guess I'd send out multiple. I didn't even remember setting out multiple probes. Wondering whether we should make that avoided. Let's avoid these guys. I think we have enough.
Team has completed a task.
We have enough iron around that we can afford to avoid that. Fermi's team managed to extract an intact data drive that was still installed within the center's infrastructure. This was heavily encrypted. Oh, we're out of science. No wonder that research has taken so long. Disk was heavily encrypted and a significant percentage of its data had been corrupted. However, the data that was accessible has proved very useful. The logs left behind by the center's former inhabitants are technical and precise. They suggest their authors possessed an uncommon intelligence and acute sense of self-criticism. Strangely, the organized, methodical accounts are occasionally interrupted with mysticism and spiritual remarks. These are seemingly present to justify the results of their Cartesian deductions. Weird. Now the question is, do we risk a second exploration? We have a limited amount of time here because of the atmosphere. I wish they could give us a status on the whole integrity. I don't think we can come back, can we? What are they using tanks for to store stuff in this corrosive environment? Maybe it wasn't always corrosive? I'm curious about the tank room. I think curiosity killed the science team here, but we'll see. Oops, let me click on that. It's really unfortunate there's no way I can't get another... Actually, can I? Let me see. Can I, like... I can unassign one of the ships. Okay, well, I think we're going to do that. I didn't realize that it was an option, but I think that's the thing we can do. So, which thing do I want to unassign here? We have the Wallow and the Cornucopia. The Wallow is the guy that's not doing anything right now, so that I think that's Bay 1 over... Where's that? It's here. So we can unassign the Wallow and make another science ship available. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm excited. We get some serious science done. Because we can send another ship, I think, to the same planet and start gathering the science so we can actually get our research done while we're waiting for the other science team to finish their exploration, I'm hoping. And then we can move up, we can have that, one of the two science ships move on to another planet. Okay, so monitoring things, we are in a constant state of change here as we're adding more people, so we gotta make sure everything's continuing to run
Accident has occurred in the Titan.
smoothly, except for the random accidents that happen occasionally. What's our waste storage? Okay, we're not having a accumulated surplus of waste storage. That's good. Got to keep an eye on that and make sure that doesn't get overstocked. So what got disabled because of the accident here? Building connected to an active stockpile assigned to iron. Why do you lie to me? Do you lie to me like this? Oh, because the iron stockpile broke. That was the accident. Controlled thermal shock technology is completed. Very cool. Okay, so let's wait to do another research until we actually have some science points to do the research with. Stockpiles can send more transporter. Ooh. Stockpiles can store 20% more resources. Also really good. Stockpile medium. I wonder what the footprint of these things are going to be like. I think it's going to be big, but this might be worth researching just to see what it's like. It's pretty cheap too. Mining ships, mining speed. Science ships move faster, that's not bad. So slowly accumulating more workers in Sector 2 here. I think we're going to move a couple more non-workers to Sector 1 maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so Sector 2 to Sector 1. Non-workers. One or too crazy, probably like 20 is good. Make sure we have capacity. Checking our food supplies again. We're gonna max out our food storage in Sector 1. Got a pretty big population. It's our largest population, actually. I'm wondering if we could have waste storage in these other sectors. I think if we had waste storage in each sector, that'd be pretty cool. We also have to keep in mind that we, at some point, could maybe add the train stations. I don't know why it's giving me the option to build 2 different train stations. Sector 2 train station or Sector 3 train station. This is the new ship that's being constructed here.
Population transfer complete.
Very good. Okay, looks like the science ship is just finished.
Science ship team has completed a task.
Fermi's team believes the tanks were used for some sort of accelerated gene therapy. Most of the equipment has been dismantled, but some tank functions were identified. A system for genetic reprogramming, the ability to dissolve organic material into a refined paste, and an application process for said paste to be used as a catalyst. It's unlikely we will be able to obtain any more precise information about this technology. Genetic reprogramming. It's like nano machine technology almost. To be used as a catalyst. That's kind of weird. Various integrity sensors of all the crew suits as well as those of Fermi indicate it is necessary to repatriate the team. Yeah, we're going to repatriate the team. It's good that it gave me that heads up. Okay, so now I think it's collecting science. Good. And then the Galileo is our new science ship. Do we send it directly to Group P42? I think we could do that. Send it to P38 first. What just happened? The storm just moved. We gotta recall all of our ships. That's crazy. I did not expect that. Okay, is that somehow precipitated by what we did? We have to finish gathering the science here, I think, regardless. Let's get our miners back as well. It's annoying that there's no way to just, like, tell them, hey, come back to the ship without turning off all of their priorities. I wonder if this storm is going to move again later? I don't know. I think we're going to lose all these ships and there's nothing I can do about it because of this sudden shift of the storm. I'm completely baffled by that. I wonder if it's going to... We'll have to keep an eye on it, I guess.
A ship has been destroyed by a space weather event.
Nothing we can do. I mean, all the ships were already out there doing their thing when this happened. Which ship was destroyed? Cargo ship Pridewind. It was real sudden, too. It just, like, completely rewrote the map, basically, as soon as we finished this science event. We lost 2 ships so far. This is just unfair. It's just not fair at all. Okay. Not to panic, we can cope. It's just a pain in the butt, that's all. I think we're gonna... We gotta start building at least one more cargo ship, I think. I think we're probably gonna lose all of our ships. We're definitely gonna lose this miner here. Did any of them make it back? Okay, 2 of our cargo ships made it back. I think this other miner is not going to make it. God, what a pain in the butt. I feel like the game's cheating. Like, how can it move so suddenly? Just completely change the map like that. I guess we better keep a good reserve of plastic. I mean, we're fine for now. We can actually turn on one of our iron mines again. Or steel mills again. Oh, we're losing hull integrity too because we're in the storm now. That's better. It just sucks to lose those veteran crews is all. And we also have a somewhat limited supply of plastic. We might have to shift the Tycoon back and forth multiple times as we explore through the course of this sector. I'm a little worried about the science ships here. I mean, they're on the planet, so I don't know if they'll be affected or not. Should be able to collect all the signs quickly and then get back to the Tycoon, I think. But in any case, we're going to go over to here now and investigate all the stuff that we were skipping before. I'm not going to launch this probe, but I just want to see what kind of resources are over here. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. So at least we're not going to lack for mining opportunities. We have to now set everything off limits though. I mean, like, can't box highlight it and just set everything off limits. I need like a policy setting, like don't go into storms for the ships here. Maybe I just make a habit from now on of setting every new resource we uncover to avoid, and then just enabling the resources that are close to the ship. I think that's what it's going to be in the future. And so for now on, we're going to be more efficient, try to keep the Tycoon close to our ships here, even if it costs us a little more ally to move the ship around. Might be a worthwhile investment to research that hull integrity upgrade. The thing that bugs me about it is not so much that it happened, but that there was no warning. Like, there was no chance for me to recall my ships back before it happened. It just suddenly completely changed. Oh, let's are we researching anything? I don't think we are. So we can do, since we're going to be moving the station more, I think it makes sense for us to invest in this. We should also look at the tech lab and see what upgrades we can get here. Let's do the family at work first. I don't think the research speed matters that much, but you never know, we might need to research something in a hurry at some point. We're at our capacity of workers for Sector 2, so we've got to keep that in mind as we continue decanting dudes here. Actually, almost at our capacity of non-workers in Sector 1 here. That's our Sector 6. Sector 6 could take some non-workers. Oh good, okay, we're done with these, so both of these science ships can come back to the Tycoon. Should take only a second here. Okay, and are we ready to travel? Where are we traveling to, first of all? This is the closest thing, I think. 5.3 cycles. 5.7, 4.4, so we need more power in Sector 2, or we need to shut stuff off. And in Sector 6, we're also low on power. So we can try to quickly build batteries, but I think it probably makes more sense for us to just shut things off and move. More worried about Sector 6 than I am about Sector 2. Yeah, let's do that. And then Sector 2... There's really no way we can... Oh, we should research battery capacity. There's so many things I want to research. It's hard. Okay. I think for Sector 2, let's see what the capacity is like if we shut off one of the steel mills. .8. See if it's actually even updating. 5.3. So if we shut off all of our steel mills, we could be okay. 5.9. Yeah, so we're actually gonna be fine. Keeping an eye on the population in Sector 1 still. We gotta stop. Remember to stop at 600. Thankfully, we had tons of carbon on board when this happened, and plenty of alloy. It's almost like we planned for these types of disasters. Why on earth is the stockpile not gone? That drives me absolutely up a wall. Oh, we haven't actually scheduled it for demolition, I guess? So it's not forced to... I think that should do it. Which sector was I worrying about here? I think it was Sector 6? Sector 2. Sector 6 also has a low battery requirement. We got room here, fortunately, because we were in the middle of a remodeling project. We can just plunk down some batteries. Connect that up. So yeah, supply of alloy is dwindling in the short term because of the don't have enough workers for. We could actually shut down the plastic production if we wanted to get workers for the steel production. But I think I also want to keep producing plastic because we just lost all of our ships. We need plastic to rebuild them. So I think we're better off with the current balance that we have here, even though we're slowly bleeding alloy. Okay, we're at 597 in Sector 1. I'm going to switch these over to... Where do we have the most room? We can put some non-workers in Sector 3, it looks like. Yeah, we got room there. Oops. There we go. I do have more room in Sector 2, but I want most of those people. I want to have enough people to operate all the facilities that are here before we put any more non-workers in Sector 2. Okay, we're at Sector... We're full up on Sector 6, exactly. That works out. We might end up with a couple extra people because there's a delay between when they get decanted and when they get here. Yeah, okay. Sector 1 to Sector 2... What's our worker balance here like? We'll make it non-workers. That should do it. Water supply, like... Water supply is pretty good. Alien work technology has been unlocked. We can start on our next tech, which will be this. I think this is a good time for the steel cladding. We should be able to do that quick. Look at that go. It's a basic technology, so. What's our capacity look like? Oh, so we actually have way too much power capacity in Sector 3. Which is this one. Homelessness in Sector 3. Did I not check that? It's gotta be a bug. Or weird. Some weird thing going on there. We do have a bunch of optimized quarters here that we want to replace with demotic quarters at some point, so we got to keep that in mind. Let's maybe actually stop. Actually, where else can we put workers? We can put, or non-workers rather. We can put some non-workers in Sector 6. Check what time it is, by the way. Should wrap up soonish. I think I want to... Let's get Sector 3 up to 600 housing units. I have a little bit of homelessness in here briefly, but that's okay.
Population transfer complete.
We're low on carbon, we got plenty of polymer though. What am I waiting on here before I move? I was waiting on the power. That's 6.4. I think we might be ready. No, Sector 2 is not ready. Sector 2 could be ready. We shut off these things. I think we're going to wait on this technology. But we're in a storm, so I don't know if it's worth... I think we might as well wait. So power in Sector 2... Yeah, we shut off all the steel mills, then we'll be alright. Or at least several of the factories don't all necessarily have to be steel mills. Although I think the steel mills take the most power. Yeah, they do. Watching our iron supply slowly dwindle. We're fine though. Okay, we got the steel cladding, so we could start moving the ship now. Let's increase our battery storage. Do we increase our storage? We don't need storage right now. Scouting radius is increased by 40%, that's cool. What do I actually need here, though? We should tech up to computing optimization, I think. The other thing I was thinking about was the batteries. Where's the batteries here? Battery tier 1. 20%. Charging speed increased. I don't think charging speed's that big a deal. Stores 300 power, allowing buildings in the same sector to continue operating in the event of travel or overload. I thought the batteries didn't help with overload. I don't know. Let's do the science first. Sounds like such a funny thing to say, but you guys know what I mean. Okay, so then let's make absolutely sure we have enough. Let me shut off all the steel mills here. I think we do have to shut off. Maybe let's leave one steel mill operating and turn off the polymer factory. Why is this? I think storage is full. Yeah, that's fine. This is 5.5. It's not quite enough. I think we do have to. Oh no, this is enough. Okay, triple checking. 5.8, 5.5, 8.0, 6.9. Here we go. Here's the move.
Caution. Entering stellar storm.
Yep, you see that. One thing I didn't account for in my power computations here was turning on another one of these airlocks. Let's turn that on partway through. Because you have barely just enough power. We could also turn off the docking bays, I guess. What's going on with this? Oh, we got lightning flashing by outside the ship here. Pretty cool. We can turn off the probe as well. I'm trying to get this third thing online here. We can shut that off as well. How many cycles do we have left to get there? We're not sure, I guess.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Stockpile disabled. Almost this in Sector 3 because of the demonic quarter thing. Sector 3 has ample backup power, so we can go ahead and start building. I clicked on the wrong building here. Demonic quarter, here. There we go. I think it's okay to let the whole integrity fall because it's gonna cost us less to repair it than it will be to just. You just gotta make sure it doesn't go below 25%. Is the only thing. We can shut off storages and other things that we need to power. In fact, let's shut off this iron storage. Shut off this ice storage. We're like halfway there, aren't we? No, not even close. Let's shut off the technology building. That'll give us way more time here. That's Sector 2, not Sector 1 that's low. Oops. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now we got all three airlocks working. Let's check if there's an airlock research at some point. So we're still waking people up while we're in transit here, which is okay. Those are not going into homelessness anywhere.
Solar panel badly damaged.
Oh, crap. I think we had extra power generation. So it's not the end of the world. We'll have to see when we get out of the storm here. Only halfway there. Okay, what have we got? Oh, can we do the last? Yeah, we can finish our science facility research here. That's gonna help us out a lot, I think. So scary. This is in Sector 3, you'll be solved momentarily. Especially full on polymer, so we could shut this off and save some power. So we're going to take a minute once we get there, we're going to have to take a minute before we bring everything back online and make sure that we have the power for everything with a damaged solar panel. If not, we might need to just chill for a minute and fix the solar panel before we do anything else. We'll probably have to bring some of the steel mills back online. We'll definitely want to bring the docking bays back online for sure. Though, actually, we don't necessarily need to do that right away. What we need first, actually, is the probe launcher. Oh, we're out of the storm now, so we could bring the probe launcher back online. Let's launch a probe. We're headed here. Where's our nearest iron supply? Looks like it's there, maybe. PA airlock has been disabled due to an accident. That's a nuisance, but it's gonna save us alloy actually in the long run, I think. We can actually start our ships up too. If we have the power, which I'm not completely sure about. Let's just wait till we get there. Well, maybe we'll start mining actually. Carbon and ice available and hydrogen. That doesn't seem right, because we haven't explored anything out here yet. Some stuff that we haven't set to avoid yet. And then, where was hydrogen? See 2 hydrogen units there, but they were both on a void already. There it is. So let's send we'll start ice mining since that's the thing that's available to us right now. Wait. No, there shouldn't be anything available. Where is our ice supply is good. I think iron is the main concern. Where's the ice supply that it's saying is still available? I don't know. I think we're gonna end up figuring that out the hard way. Oh, we could also send out the science ships. Let's send out the Fermi here and the Galileo here, I guess. See where the mining ship goes. There's science to pick up here, that's good.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
I'm trying to figure out where this mining ship is going.
Entering debris field.
Oh, everything's a debris field around here, huh? Okay. That's a pain in the butt. Surrounded by floating corpses, the crew's morale will be affected. Keeping everybody still happy. Yes. Alright, we really gotta wrap up. As we get to our destination, I think we're gonna get everything situated again and save it there.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
We'll wait for it to collect the science at the site first.
A probe has completed its scan.
You need any scientific point? Is there any scientific point of interest that we can go to, like a planet that's not in the middle of a storm? That would be the ideal thing here. We also need to find an ice supply and a carbon supply. But we have carbon supply. Okay, let's get on the iron first. We need to get another mining ship here. Okay, looking at our power situation, we had a solar panel that was damaged. Let's repair the hull a little bit first. Looks like our power situation's fine though. Land ship has retrieved all science and destroyed docking bay. Information we found in the Edamanonki's command center has allowed us to locate its docking bay. We arrived on site. This part of the Edamanonki is a real piece of Swiss cheese. Paradoxically, there's little debris surrounding it. After a rapid survey, we've identified 2 areas of interest, a still accessible docking port and a communications area. It makes more sense to investigate the docking port first. Getting science here. And whenever we need to research our probe launcher upgrades, so we're going to be moving around like this. Preliminary analysis suggests that this section of the Edamanonki wreckage contains the remains of a medical care district, the ruins of doctors. We've arrived at the site. We estimate that 2/3 of the district is missing. Remnants of cooling pipes have generated a haze that hangs about the debris. That sounds dangerous, and hides the floating corpses of the Edamanonki crew. We've identified 2 viable areas for investigation: the ruins of a research facility and an area devoted to medical care. Let's check out the research facility. Okay. I'm gonna make sure we get our ships tasked before we wrap up here, otherwise I'll forget next time and we're gonna get ourselves in trouble. Okay, so we can bring this back online. Bring this back online. Actually okay on plastic despite the issues that we just had. Let's check out the probe launcher, see if we can upgrade it, make it faster. Probe construction speed increased by 50%, that's pretty good. Scouting radius, that will save us plastic. Let's do the scouting radius first. Oh, we need to turn this back on. Okay, and let's...
Accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Hold on. Stockpile disabled in Sector 2. It's an iron stockpile, that's a nuisance. Nice if we had a second iron stockpile in this sector, but I don't think that's possible. We'd actually turn this off and free up a whole bunch of workers and power. We don't have enough silicon to do anything with it. Here we could activate this, I think. Yes. Did I just activate this? I guess not. Okay, we got our probe available. So that's like a planet, we're going to move to the planet. Assuming it's not in the debris field, which doesn't seem like it would be. Okay, let's go ahead and do our repairs. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up there. I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you actually let me real quick. I just want to shut these off so that things don't get unstable the next time until I've figured out what's. No, it'll be fine. We'll leave it on. It'll be fine. All right, yeah. So that's gonna be it for today. I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow if you're watching on Twitch or subscribe. It's free if you're watching on YouTube. Have a good day, and I will see you next time. Take care, folks.